Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Well, it was a very slow day today, just sideways movement basically, a little bit of up and down, but basically we ended up where we were yesterday. Yeah, prices hardly moved today. We have a little bit of up and down, a little bit of a roller coaster, but not much happened. Just want to start with a view on the 4-hour chart. This is the movement since June of the June low, much more bullish structure than Bitcoin, because here we have a realistic chance that in June, the bear market low was already in, so that Ethereum might be a little bit ahead of Bitcoin in terms of the wave count, because we can count already a valid 1-2 setup here with a low in June and a wave 2 low in November, and we could already be in a third wave, so we might be one wave ahead of Bitcoin. That is, however, not an absolute must. Yeah? As with Bitcoin, there is also the bearish variant that this could just be a leading just an A wave, a correction. We came down in a B wave and we're now rallying in a C wave to the upside. So basically that this was just a wave 3 low back in June. Here we have an A wave back in August. This was a B wave back in November. And now we are putting in a C wave of a fourth wave. And then we would get one more wave down, one more sell-off in a fifth wave to complete the 5 waves needed to end the bear market, okay? But this is only one scenario. Here it's certainly a far more bullish structure than Bitcoin. That doesn't mean that I'm a super Ethereum bull at the moment, but you need to know that, yeah, that the structure for Ethereum is a little bit more promising than for Bitcoin. I mean, here we can see this is just a perfect example that not everything is following Bitcoin, because Bitcoin made a new low in November, whereas Ethereum avoided that. So that's what I always say, you know, you can sometimes get impulsive moves downside for one coin, corrective moves for one other, and they move in their individual waves. Yeah, today I had a question of someone, why would Bitcoin move in 5 waves, Ethereum only in 3? We talked about, you know, it's just on the lower time frame. But yeah, I mean, there are correlations between coins, but they still move in their individual wave patterns. You know, if everything was following Bitcoin, then GMX and Optimism wouldn't have made new all-time highs in this bear market. It is what it is. So best to analyze each coin individually. So yeah, and you know, it could very well be that this is just a corrective pattern to the upside, and we will make 5 waves down. So the larger pullback which happens after this impulse to the upside, which we're currently experiencing, that move down will give us the answer if the bear market is over or not, okay? Because if we fall through this green support area, which is currently between 1218 and 1488, then it indicates that we are going to retest the $1,000 level, and then a high risk of making a new low, maybe even below the June lows, 22. But if we come down and hold this green support area, then we can say with a good amount of confidence that the bear market was already or is already over, and the bear market low was in June, and that we can rally to $3,000 plus and eventually to around about 8,000 to 10,000, because if the bear market low was in, then this is the path we go. That would certainly be in line with the sort of halving cycle of Bitcoin time-wise, but yeah, you know, with halving cycles as well, it's something that I don't necessarily believe in too much. We have just far too few data points to make it something reliable. And if you only have like 3 or 4 data points, it's highly likely that at some point it's going to break, right? But either way, we are following the charts. We're doing Elliott Wave analysis, and that's, in my opinion, the only reliable method and the best forecast for the market, because everything else is just a guess. Okay, so let's take a look at the structure here then. So now that we've talked about these 2 scenarios, that we could either be in a wave 1 of the third wave, which would be bullish, or just in a C wave of a fourth wave, which would be bearish, we talk about, okay, is this 5-wave move actually finished or not? Primary expectation is it's not yet finished, because the last wave up was very short. So we say that off the November lows, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. 5th wave was really short, bit too short in my opinion. Still valid, yeah, it could be finished, but it was still too short. Would have liked to see $1,800. It came only to $1,740. Yeah, it's not far, but it matters to me, and therefore I'm now looking at a possible extension to the upside in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern to finish off this 5th wave to the upside. Yeah, this is valid, and that's my primary expectation in the short term, as long as 1525 is holding. If we break below 1525, then we have to understand or assume that this high was already in and that we're coming down in an ABC structure in this scenario here, yeah, into the other scenario where we're already testing the larger support area, which will tell us about the bear market ending or not. Okay, so let's now zoom into the shorter time frame. Yeah, today a little bit of a roller coaster. Ethereum structure to the upside looks better than Bitcoin's. In the end, however, it's likely they move together to a degree. It could very well be that we're putting here something in like a so-called inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, maybe now a right shoulder. I did talk about that, I think, in the previous video. Neckline here around 16, well, I think 1670 is actually quite relevant here. Looking at this, yeah, it's a bit dynamic, so, but 1670, yeah, sort of in that region, yeah, this is quite relevant and can push us higher here if we break that neckline. But yeah, we have a 5-wave move to the upside. First of all, we reacted to our support area, rallied in 5 waves. Nice today. It went absolutely well, hitting this 5th wave there and the ideal target that was defined by the triangle. So it was absolutely amazing. Then we peaked there, reacted to it, came down and hit the next support area. First I had a sort of wave 4 support here, but that broke, so I have to count it as a 5-wave move up. It's not ideal, but it's possible. And when we count this as a 5-wave move up, we can assume that this is a wave 2, at the moment at least. But then if it breaks below very short term 1581, this pattern is at risk of breaking. Then we can retest 1525. If 1525 falls and breaks, I have to assume the high here was already in on the 16th of February. We're not going to get the extension, and we're most likely going to test this green support area, which is also the area where I'm going to scale in for the long term. Yeah, and that's my update about Ethereum today. Not too much more to add. Let's see if we are holding this support. Bear in mind, it's not really, I'm not really too confident. I do give it the benefit of the doubt, but this move down doesn't really look good, and so far we haven't really followed through because the next move up should be a 3rd wave. If this is a 3rd wave, it hasn't really delivered yet. Okay, now that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.